Welcome to the Irresistible You Podcast. This is the place to get a dose of empowerment to create the life you crave and deserve. Here we talk about weight, body image, emotional eating, and other personal development topics. I'm your host, Amy Beltran, the CEO and founder of IrresistibleUniversity.com and IrresistibleIcing.com. Let's jump in and get started with today's episode. All right, you guys, today we are talking about one of my favorite topics ever. And some people might say that this topic is actually like the sum or the heart of my entire brand. And that's confidence. As you know, I talk a ton about confidence and body image here on the podcast and on the blog. And I have to tell you something. There are days when I feel like a hypocrite because I feel anything but confident. And that got me thinking about today's topic, which is what is confidence and what does it really mean when someone is confident? So this past weekend, we had a family photo shoot that was scheduled to capture my daughter's second birthday, which that's a whole nother topic for another day because I can't even believe she is about to turn 2 years old next week. Anyways, so I wanted to, snag some pics of her and of our entire family because we actually, believe it or not, have not done like a real family photo shoot since she has been born. We've had a couple of her by herself, but we actually haven't done any of the whole family, and that includes Chewy, of course. So we had this photo shoot set up, and, I've known about this for a couple weeks or so, and I've known in my head that I wanted to do this for a while, but knowing you're going to do something and actually taking action to make it happen is two different things. So, towards the beginning of the month, I was like, promise myself I'm going to eat clean all month leading up to the photo shoot. Cool. Maybe I could take off like 5 to 10 pounds and put myself on I call them decades for each 10 pounds that I lose. So for those that don't know, I am still on an active weight loss journey. And I'm going to be real with you. And the scale, the last couple weeks, has actually gone up by almost 3 pounds. And that's not a surprise to me because it's almost in a way I have been purposely, maybe I don't feel like it's purposely, but I know that I've been sabotaging myself. I am fully aware of every single thing that goes in my mouth. I am fully aware every time I go off the rails and go off plan with my eating, and I'm fully aware of the days and the mornings where I make a decision that my sleep is 10 times more important than working out at the butt crack of dawn. I get it. I know it. And it's okay. I'm fine with it because you know what? There are weeks or days where I am on it. I am eating clean. I'm eating on plan. I track everything. I work out. I get my steps in and I feel like I'm killing it with work. And there's other days where honestly, I feel like I don't give a shit. And it's not that I don't give a shit. It's just that it's exhausting. It is so exhausting sometimes to just have to be that person that always has to worry about what they're eating, how much they're moving, and what their size is. And I'm not saying that because it's from a place of hating myself. That's not it. It comes from a place of if I am not careful with how I eat and how I take care of myself and my health, I'm not kidding you that I will be 300 plus pounds like that, like so quickly, because I just have the body type that will quickly gain weight. And I also have a sweet tooth. Why else is my blog called Irresistible Icing? Hello. So this isn't even the point of today's podcast, but I just kind of wanted to paint the picture for you that I really wanted to lose the weight, but clearly I didn't want to lose. And it wasn't even about losing a certain number of pounds before the photo shoot. It was more about like my body just feeling really good the day I woke up, knowing that I've been walking, knowing that I feel more tight and more firm and like, I don't know, like when you've been eating clean and you're walking all the time or working out, you just feel like it's like physically lighter, but it's almost just like mentally, like everything just feels better. And even though you may not have changed sizes, because I knew that I wasn't going to change like clothing sizes, there's just something about that. So that's why I'm bringing this up, because I know that that really takes a toll on how your confidence plays into, the way you feel about yourself and your body image and all of that stuff. So I'm painting that picture for you because the morning of the photo shoot, when I woke up, y'all, I wasn't feeling myself. I felt kind of swollen, kind of bloated. And honestly, to tell you the truth, I felt ugly. And that's like the emotional side of my brain. The rational, logical side of my brain knows that, girl, you have only put on like 2 to 3 pounds in the last month. No one else but you can even tell. And you're not ugly, because I know I'm not ugly. But you just have days where you're like, oh, you're just not feeling yourself. And there's a part of me that just wanted to run back to bed, throw the covers over my head, and pretend this wasn't happening, pretend that I was sick, or maybe we'll just do pictures of Catalina. So the other part of me was like, girl, you need to get up, you need to make up, and you need to rock the shit out of whatever you're wearing today, no matter what you look like or how you think you look like. Because one thing that I have found over the years is like those days where I am feeling exactly the way I just described, I go back, like, because I have this thing sometimes where I can't look at pictures like immediately. I don't know, it's weird. I'm kind of not like that anymore, but I used to be a lot. And now I have this thing, like, I've gone back and look at pictures 6 months ago, a year ago, whatever. And I'm like, what were you thinking? It's kind of like the high school picture I just shared on Instagram recently, where I thought I was like so fat, and I look at that picture now and I would pay good money to look like that right now. So that part of me was like, no, girl, you need to wake up. You need to get up. Take whatever time you need today to put yourself in the right mindset to get your glam on, to do your hair, to do your makeup, to do whatever it is you need to do to make you feel irresistible. And so I did. Because there's another side of me that was like, okay, look how much time you have wasted over the years not doing things because, heaven forbid, you felt too fat. How many things have you given up in your life or missed out on or not done with your kids or not done for yourself because you felt too fat? And I was not going to let, a few extra pounds that, again, who the hell know, like, who's going to tell from a month ago to today that I've gained like 2.5 to 3 pounds? Nobody knows and no one cares. So there was no way that I was going to miss out on having these beautiful pictures for Catalina, capturing this moment in time of her parents, just the way we are right now, the way she remembers us, the way she sees us, because I felt too fat. What kind of message is that for her? And then this is where the hypocrite part comes back in for me, where I said, sometimes I feel like a hypocrite because my job is to empower you, to coach you, to make you feel more confident, for you to boost your body image. And I'm always telling you guys to do that thing now, not 50 pounds from now. So what kind of coach would I be if I'm not taking my own medicine? So I was like, I had to have that little pep talk with myself and, get my stuff together, because confidence is not always permanent. And let me explain that a little bit too. The most confident people, and I consider myself to be pretty confident, have moments where they need to be reminded of that too. because this body image confidence journey that we are all on together, it's never going to be over. Why? It's not going to be over because, you guys, we're human beings, which means we're not perfect, little robots that always look amazing and that always feel amazing, because we have things going on in our life. We have other priorities sometimes other than our weight. We just have things going on in our life. And we're just not ever going to be perfect. It's not possible. Unless you're some Kardashian that has tons of money and they have tons of money to pay to look like the perfect robot. And that's a whole nother story. But even someone like that who has endless amounts of money, endless amounts of plastic surgery, is clearly always, making changes to their body with a knife and a laser. They're not going to feel perfect and confident all the time either. You're going to always find ways to pick your body and your face apart. But if you're overall a confident person, and you have these skills and these tools to be able to talk to yourself, to be able to pull yourself back and say, okay, wait a second. You need to get it together. You've got this thing you need to do. We don't have time for this I think I'm too fat and I think I'm too ugly moment. You got to get it together. So once you have those tools to be able to do that, you can quickly build yourself back up. The people that are struggling with confidence, and you may be one of them, and that's okay, you're struggling because you don't know how to be confident, how to live confident, how to get yourself back to that place because you've never done it before. Or you're so far in the hole of not feeling good about yourself that you're not even really sure where to begin. So, back to the photo shoot, we had such a great time, and it was super comfortable because one of my bestest friends, she's actually the one that took the photos for us, so she knows us really well, and I love that because she knows my angles too, and you need a photographer that knows your angles, trust me. And it was just a good time. Kat had fun, even though it was a little bit of a circus at times, because trying to wrangle a 2-year-old along with a Chihuahua who is very set in his ways is not always easy. But it was fun. And now we have these amazing, beautiful pictures that we will hang in our house, and my daughter will have them, for the rest of her life to capture this time that, she's probably not going to remember anyway because she's too little. And the pictures of myself, I love them. I think they're great. That's who I am. That's what I look like. And that's who I am in this moment. Am I still on my weight loss journey? Sure. And I'm going to get there. But I feel really good and really confident about who I am right now. And that's what confidence is all about. And that brings me back to my original question, which is, what is confidence anyway? There's this big misconception out there that the most confident people, they're just that way all the time. And that's not true. Because I would actually say a lot of times confidence is doing that thing that you want to do when you don't feel ready for it. Because you're never going to be 100% ready for much, right? You want to start this new job and apply for it, but you don't feel ready because you're scared. You have the skills, or maybe you don't have all the skills. Let me tell you a quick story. So my, the company that I was with many years ago before I quit my job to do what I'm doing now, when I applied for that job, you needed to have a bachelor's degree and you needed to be proficient in Excel. At the time, I was still in college and I didn't even have my 2-year associate's degree yet. But I applied for the job anyway because I had the confidence to know that I could rock the hell out of that position because all of the other things on the position I knew how to do. And at the interview, to follow up, they wanted this certain project. They gave you all the parameters that you had to do in Excel. Well, I didn't know how to use Excel. I rarely used it. And this was back in 2003. So things were very clunky and different on computers. Well, you know what I did? After that interview, I took my butt to Barnes& and Noble and I bought Excel for Dummies and I studied the hell out of that book all day, all night, did the project, and I got the job. I got the job without having the bachelor's degree, and I got the job without being proficient in Excel, but they never knew that. They knew about the degree, but they didn't know about Excel. So confidence, you have to have confidence to do something, even when you're not 100% ready, or you're maybe not even 100% qualified. That's what confidence is all about. Confidence is putting your makeup and your high heels on when all you want to do is throw your hair in a messy bun, crawl back into bed, and hide from the world and Netflix all night. That's confidence. Going to that social networking event, going out to drinks, out for drinks with your friends. That's confidence when you don't feel like doing it. Confidence is, getting in front of other people that you don't even know and motivating them when all you really want to do is buy yourself a cake and go home and binge eat the entire thing by yourself. Confidence is scheduling a photo shoot or getting your picture taken when you're not at your goal weight or you're not at a place yet where you fully accept parts of your body or your face. That's being confident, because confidence doesn't just come. Confidence comes from the doing. Confidence comes from taking imperfect action over and over and over and over again. That's how you build confidence. So the first time you do something, you may not feel confident, but the more you do it, it's going to build and build and build and build. Confidence is knowing that you don't have, and you may never have, the perfect body, but not giving a fuck because you're still fly as hell. Because let me tell you something. You don't need to be skinny or thin or a size 2 to be irresistible and hot AF. You don't have to be. You can be irresistible at any size, wherever you are in your journey, whether you choose to lose weight or you're not losing weight. It doesn't matter. And that is having that confidence in yourself and not caring what anyone else has to say about it. Confidence is knowing you don't have the perfect body and you've got a fat roll or two and you can walk in the room with a fitted dress on and everyone is staring at you and you don't care why they're staring at you. Maybe they're staring at you because they think, oh my God, who does she think she is wearing that? Or maybe they're staring at you because they're jealous, that they wish they had the confidence that you have to walk into a room like you own it. Okay? Confidence is knowing and believing that you are irresistible, but not needing anyone else's validation. You don't need to get compliments. You don't need to ask someone how you look like. You don't need anyone else to tell you that you're beautiful because you already know it. Confidence is knowing that you are capable of being a total badass once you decide to let go of the bullshit stories and the negativity and the negative people that are holding you back from your potential. Because if you're living a mediocre life and you're unhappy, and you're not living it to the complete fullest that you can, what are you doing? You're wasting your time. You've got to let go of those people that are holding you back. You've got to let go of the bullshit stories that you keep telling yourself, oh, I can never do this because I'm too fat. I can never do this because I'm not smart enough. I can't even apply for the job because I don't know Excel. Bullshit. Yeah, you can. So, having confidence is knowing you're capable, but you got to let that other stuff go. Confidence is having this drive and this power inside of you to be brave enough to go after and live the irresistible life that you crave, because I know you crave it. I know you do. It's being able to go after that life that you dream of because you crave it, and damn it, you deserve it. I just said you're wasting your time. You don't deserve to live a mediocre life because you don't feel confident, or you think you're too fat, or your body image is just, in the negative. You deserve to do all the things and go after all the dreams you have now, not waiting for this perfect moment that may or may not ever happen. Confidence is being able to do all of those things now and not waiting for that time to be perfect. Because if you are waiting for everything in your life to line up, for the angels to sing, for everything to be perfect, you are never going to get where you need to go. And you're never going to have the life that you dream of. And I know that for a fact. You have to do things consistently, imperfectly, even on the days you don't want to do them. And I know that's not easy. I know that's not, that sounds so much more simple than it is, but what's the alternative? What's the alternative? If you're unhappy in your own skin, and you're unhappy with the life you're living now, and you don't do anything differently, where are you going to be in 6 months? Where are you going to be a year from now? 5 years from now? What changes if you don't ever decide to take a leap of faith, to believe in yourself, and start living life like a confident person? What's going to change? What's that going to look like for you? And that leads me to the last question too. I want to know what confidence means to you. Think about it. What does it mean to you? To be confident, to live confidently, what does that mean to you? And I want you to share that in my private Facebook group, Irresistible You, or you can share that on my Instagram, or you can leave a comment or a review on iTunes answering what confidence means to you. I'd love to know. Because confidence really is at the heart of everything we need to do. Confidence is being brave. Confidence is having courage. Confidence is, holding your head up high in a crowd of people while inside you're terrified because you're not quite sure what you're doing. And I promise you, there are so many more people that are successful and are doing big things, or so it seems, but they're terrified. And that's confidence, is doing those things while you're scared. So I hope this was helpful to you. I hope that it gave you a little bit of inspiration and motivation to think about all of those things that we talked about today. And while at this point in time, I don't have sponsors on my podcast, I may in the future, we'll see. I did want to let you know that this podcast episode is actually sponsored by Irresistible University, because right now I am offering what I'm calling the Holiday Confidence Booster coaching package. And what that is personal one-on-one coaching with yours truly to work on whatever issues you want to work on that you feel like are holding you back and you're lacking confidence in. And I have 2 different packages. I'm going to link everything in the show notes on the blog post so that you can access that. But basically, I have 2 different packages right now. I have the full package, which will be 6 sessions over 6 weeks, or the mini confidence booster, which will be 3 sessions over 3 weeks. And I'm calling it the Holiday Confidence Booster because we're leading up into the holiday season, and life is going to get busy. It's going to get chaotic. And I always say this, before you know it, New Year's Eve is here and then the New Year's here. So I want you to get a boost on the holiday season so that you can walk into that New Year's Eve party or that holiday party and rock this confidence where everybody's like, dang, who is that? You're a new woman. So I want you to be able to do that. I don't want you to have to wait until the new year set a goal like that. There's no reason to have to wait for the new year. So the holiday confidence booster packages are available. I will link them below. If you are interested, you will just fill out the form, which will send an email to me, and we'll discuss and talk more about that and how I can help you. So I enjoyed this episode as always. And if you enjoyed it, I would love for you to share this on your social media. Let your friends know about the Irresistible You podcast and what just let them know about it. Let them know what you're loving, how this has helped you. And if you really love it, I would appreciate a rating and review over on iTunes, because that helps me a lot and it helps other women find the podcast. So thank you so much, as always, for listening. Thank you for rocking this journey out with me. I want to thank you. It's always, I'm so appreciative of everyone that listens and everyone that comments and leaves reviews and gets back to me. And I love seeing you guys going through your journeys too. So on that note, stay irresistible, and I will talk to you on the next one.